a 3rd down and 4. Back to throw is Fields. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. Truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
And this is going to work out for him. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. Baker Mayfield and the Bucs ready to get back to work. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. They'll send him over to the left. On 1st down is Mayfield. He'll find his running back, White.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
On 2nd down, Baker. Quick throw, taken in. And he's going to have this one up near the 28.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Irvin. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 6. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7. Motion man sent right. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. This one is caught by Shepard. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Second and a yard. Here comes Otten in motion. Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. That's caught left side by Otten. And he'll get about 5 here as he's out of bounds with a 1st down.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
There's that man again, another catch. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Here's 2nd and 2. On play action, Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
From the gun on third down, it's Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
And that is no good. He missed it. And this is going to remain a one-possession game.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Second down and 8. From the shotgun, it's Fields. He runs with it. Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line.
At this point, it just gets frustrating for the defense, right? I mean, you've been watching this guy make big play after big play all game long, not only on the quarterback-designed runs, but it's the scrambles that can really break the back of the defense, and we saw it again here.
Handoff, here comes Hall. Finding space at the 15. And he gets marked out of bounds, but inside the 5-yard line. That is a gain of 22, and it sets up first down and goal.
Well, that's a heck of a 1-2 punch right there, and that's something that every offense stresses. The ability to be equally effective run and pass on any given snap. They follow up the successful pass play with a big exploit.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we'll see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Now from the 7, it's second and goal. Now, Fields. And they are all over him yet again. He'll go down once more.
It's hard to imagine where this offense found themselves just 2 plays earlier. Now after suffering 2 sacks, this third and goal looks a heck of a lot different than it did not too long ago.
Back-to-back sacks back them up. What's going to happen now on third and goal? Fields. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
Well, if you're going to target him in the end zone, you better come correct, man, because this guy, he embraces those moments of one-on-one coverage when it matters the most, and I think he just saved 6 by getting his hands on that one.
So, 4th down, and the veteran Greg Zuerlein on for the Jets. Zuerlein's kick is good. And the Jets will cut the lead down to 4.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And Zuerlein comes back out after making the field goal. He'll kick this one off. Palmer now to return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Buccaneers offense and Baker Mayfield ready for their next possession. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here comes Otten in motion. Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
On 3rd down, it's Irving. And he's going to be taken down here. Looks like a pretty good spot, though. Yes, he's got it. That's a 1st down. He'll go again here with Irving. And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Out of the pistol, it's Mayfield. Looking middle here, and he's got McMillan. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
Throw left side, pulled in by Evans. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Mike, you've heard me say it 1,000 times. The easiest down to throw the ball in the NFL is 1st down. I hate when teams wait till later in the possession to throw the ball. So early 1st down completion, you're on the plus side of the field. Now you're thinking strike, touchdown, field goal. But either way, I'm coming away with points. You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They send a receiver in motion left. A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, That's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on third down where it's a little bit more manageable.
From the gun, it's Mayfield. That one complete. It's the tight end, Otten.
What that play call tells me is that play caller made up his mind. We're on 3rd and inches. If we don't get it, we're going for it on 4th down. So he really treated that 3rd down like 2nd down. They work the outside part of the field, simple pitch and catch. It's a nice pickup.
Receiver in motion, going right. Mayfield to throw it here on 1st down. That is caught. What a throw. Mike Evans. Touchdown, Tampa. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
On comes McLaughlin to add the PAT. It's up and good. And the Bucs will extend this 3rd quarter lead. Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. Gibson now on the return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Breece Hall making his way back out there as the Jets are on offense again. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Here's Fields. He'll get this complete to Gibson. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. So, no shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Fields now on 2nd down. He'll tuck it and take off. And he's across the 40, close to a 1st down, as the tackle's made at the 41-yard line.
These plays just kill you on defense. The pressure's good, but you have to contain them. Quarterback does a nice job of escaping the pocket, turns into a runner, scrambles for positive yardage.
He'll try to run for it with Hall. And he's going to be close to that 1st down. Looks like he made it past the yellow line. Yes, he did. It is indeed a 1st down.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the 1st down, and they're able to convert.
From the gun, give to Edwards. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. Fields to throw. Now he'll run. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all he can get out of that one.
Give him credit for keeping this play alive as long as he could. This easily could have gone down for a loss, but he's kind of able to find his way forward and at least get back to the line of scrimmage.
Fields from the gun on third down. Open man, that's Gibson.
Critical third down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the fourth quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. To throw is Fields. Quick throw here is complete. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
On second down, a run with Hall. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. They have converted twice on third down on this drive, and they need a yard here with 3rd and 1. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up a first down.
A give. Here's Hall.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. RPO, quick throw, grabbed by Wilson. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. Back to throw is Fields. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Garrett Wilson there, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And they are indeed back within 1 score.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
So the field goal makes it a 1-score game here in the 4th quarter as they kick it away. To return is Tucker. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
You know at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
And that is incomplete.
Just didn't quite get enough into that ball. You see sometimes the pressure, the rush, force a quarterback to throw the ball off his back foot, and I think there was a little bit of that here at play. You have to be willing to step up, even in the face of pressure, and get enough behind that ball to put that one a little bit more on the money.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The visitors' offense ready to come back out for this next possession. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run, and it's hauled.
Number one rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
On 2nd down, it's Edwards. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
Off the play action, here's Fields. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. A pickup there of 13, and the Jets have a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
A throw left side, taken in by Wilson. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
I think they're going to have to be more creative here on the back end with the types of coverages they show this quarterback. Change the look pre-snap to post-snap. Mix in zone, mix in man. They got to make it more challenging on the quarterback going forward.
A 1st down throw for Fields. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Running straight ahead with Edwards. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. Here is a and 2. Now Fields. Open man, right side. He's got it. They hook up again. On this drive, and this one's good for 18 yards and a first down.
Okay, so now you pick up that first down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results in a touchdown. But either way, this first score of the two needs to be fast, because you need every possession you can here late in the fourth quarter. The defender saw this the entire way, Mike. He actually ran the route before the receiver even got to his spot. But they're fortunate this one didn't end up getting picked and going the other way.
Second down, it's Fields. He's going to tuck it and go. And the Jets are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And this has been a familiar sight all day today for this defense. They have no answer for this quarterback as a runner. That last scramble puts them over 100 yards for the day.
So they're down 8 here in the final quarter. A touchdown, a must, as they come out for foot. And he's in. Garrett Wilson. Touchdown, New York. Greg, how often do we say it's a one-possession game, but that's a two-part story? Part one taken care of right there with the touchdown.
All right, Mike, so they go down and they get the all-important touchdown. But only half the time is this truly a one-score game. They need this two-point conversion here to tie it up.
Big play coming here for the Jets as they will set up for 2. On the handoff, Edwards. And he will not get in. They will come up empty on this try for 2. Unable to tie this football game up. So the lead is down to just 2 now in the fourth quarter as they kick it off. On the return, here comes Tucker. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Bucs offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. First and 10. They motion the slot man left. On first down is Mayfield. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Baker gonna give it to Irving. And he's gonna be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Right back to Irving. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Here's Irving. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is 1st down. A give. This is Irving. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Jets are going to use their 3rd and final timeout here. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to a knee. They need to get it to the 27. This is 3rd down. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So, fire the cannon. It's a win for the Bucs. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. So, that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Buccaneers get the win as we say so long from Tampa.